Yo, what is good, YouTube? Welcome back to the JC2K video. Today I'm going to be ranking the top 10 power forwards in NBA 2K21 MyTEAM right now, and this is entirely my opinion, just with every other list that I've ever made on this channel. You'll probably disagree with certain rankings and certain where I have certain players on this list, and that's totally fine. Feel free to let me know about it down in the comments down below. Cards are so close together at this point in the year as well that it's very hard to make these lists like objectively, like accurately. There's a lot of opinion that goes into these lists, and that's totally fine, but this is my top 10 power forwards in the game right now. As always, if you haven't, make sure you hit that subscribe button as well. Help us push towards the 2,000 subscriber mark on the channel, and I really appreciate all the recent support on the videos. Without further ado, let's hop right into it and take a look at this list. So, coming in at the number 10 power forward on this list, and I know that I can hear the noises already. We got an invincible card at number 10. Tim Duncan, who in my opinion is one of the worst, not the worst, but one of the worst invincible cards in the game right now. He's 6'11" with 7'2" wingspan, decent player build, not huge, 61 hops, hot zones everywhere, every major Hall of Fame badge you could want except for maybe like handles for days and ankle breaker. 99 stats basically everywhere with some 97s and 96s, 98s mixed in. Tim Duncan release on very quick is gross. I'm not going to really disguise it any other way. At this point in the year, a release like this is gross. It's not super easy to green. It's very slow for this point in the year. It's ugly. It's baited. It's not a good release, and it holds him back a lot. He's got great dribble 6, can't curry slide because of his height on current gen, but he has the pro 3 behind the back and has the size up. He's a good card, all 9 on everything. I don't feel like he plays like an all 9 on everything card, and his release is just not that good. He's decent, good enough to crack the top 10, but nowhere near worth his price. Now coming in at number 9. Making more enemies here. We got another invincible card in Kevin Garnett. And the reason that Kevin Garnett is not higher on this list, because Kevin Garnett I actually believe is a good card. His release just sucks as well. Not as bad as Tim Duncan's, but I feel like overall he's a better card than Tim Duncan by a relatively significant margin. Again, 6'11" with 7'2" wingspan, very similar player build to Duncan as well. Hotspots everywhere and 61 hops. Only missing, again, a badge like Bailout would be nice, but really isn't missing anything. He has ankle breaker, he has handles for days. He's got those playmaking badges as well. And then 99, 98, 97 stats everywhere. Set shot 14 though, it's just not a good release. It's gross, and on very quick it's very hard to green. It's a small green window. He steps in from the corners. It's just not a good release. It's very hard to green. Doesn't have the pro 3 behind the back as well, which holds him back a little bit because a lot of cards have that behind the back. And he just doesn't move incredibly. He doesn't move bad. He's a decent card. You can use this card in a competitive setting for sure. I just don't like his release, and I feel like his dribble 6 aren't quite there. He doesn't move off the burst quite like you'd like him to as well. Just he's a decent card, but he's not great, and I think that both of these cards are just very underwhelming for invincible cards based on the release mainly that they were given, and it holds them back from being any higher than the 9th and 10th power forwards on this list. Now coming in at number 8, we have a guy who came out last weekend in Pascal Siakam, if I can ever type his name in, and Siakam's a really, really good card. I start him at the power, or I play him off the bench at the small forward position right now. I love Ciac though. I think he's really good. He's got a big player belly, 6'9" with 7'3" wingspan, 220 pounds, which is important because that's the threshold to curry slide. At 6'9" on current gen, if you're 220 pounds or less, you can curry slide. So, also has 51 Hall of Fame badges and hot zones everywhere. Every important Hall of Fame badge except a badge like Bailout would be nice, Dimer maybe handles for days, ankle breaker. Those 4 playmaking badges would be nice to see on Hall of Fame, but everything else pretty much is on off. You'd like flexible release and Deadeye as well, but I don't think that's crucial, especially with the release that he has. Also comes with 94 speed and excel, exceptional defensive stats, 95 plus across the board with great driving dunk, great 3-pointer, and a decent speed with the ball as well. Jump shot 75 though is super, super good. It's super easy to green, it's smooth, it's easy to get off, it's not baited, it's quick. It's a great jumper. It's one of my favorite jumpers in the game in terms of just consistent timing. I green it almost every time that I shoot an open shot with him. Has the Pro 2 size up and can curry escape, which is something that a lot of these cards on this list can't do, and that's just an extra bonus as well, plus the throw Pro 3 behind the back. And I think that all those things combined help him to be a top 8 power forward in the game, and I think you could even argue him higher on this list. Now at number 7, we have another guy who came out very recently, actually came out today when I'm recording this video. When you'll see this video, it'll have been yesterday. But that would be Anton Jameson. And Anton Jameson he's a beast, but I think he's more of a beast at the small forward position. Is he not on this list? What? Gotta figure out why I can't find him on... Like, what? Okay, hold on. I'll find Anton Jameson. Sorry about this. I don't know why he's not popping up by search like that, but here he is. He's 6'8", 7'1" wingspan at the power forward position. Yes, he's a little bit undersized compared to the most of the other power forwards on this list, but he makes up for it with a couple of different reasons. One, he's got 56 hops and hot zones everywhere, including your Hall of Fame Showtime, all your shooting badges you could want, except for maybe Deadeye. Hall of Fame ankle breaker as well as quick for step and unpluckable. Could use Dimer and handles for days on Hall of Fame, but besides that, he looks like an absolute stud. Does come with the rim protector, rebound chaser, and post move lockdown, as well as all the perimeter badges. Really good defensive stats as well. Great driving dunk, great shot three, 95 speed and acceleration with the 94 speed with the ball. Very, very good statistically. And also comes with the Dante Exum release on Very Quick, which on next gen is arguably the best jumper in the game. On current gen, I wouldn't go quite that far, but it is top 3 to 5 on current gen for sure. Has the Pro 2 size up and can curry slide because he's 6'8". He's a really good card. Curry sliding with Dante Exum is so cheesy, and for that reason, I think he does deserve to be a top 7 power forward in the game, even despite his lack of size, because he's a great card. I really do like Anton Jameson a lot. Coming in at number 6, we have Mr. Thon Maker, who I know I had ranked lower than Ciac, and I would have had ranked lower than Anton Jameson at the small forward position. But I think at power forward, the size that Thon gives you is very valuable compared to those other guys who are 6'8" and 6'9". Thon is 7 foot with a 7'3" wingspan, has a good player build as well. It's not a massive player build, but he's definitely bigger than those other two guys. 47 hops and hotspots everywhere, including Showtime, range, flexible, green machine. Has all the handling, playmaking badges that some of those other cards don't have, including like handles for days, ankle breaker, dimer. Etc., as well as exceptional defensive badges all around. Has every key defensive badge. Additionally, his defensive stats aren't great, but if you add a defensive Grinch, that really makes that worry go away. He won't have exceptional defensive animations either, but he'll compete at a pretty good level and get some glitchy animations because of his size on the defensive end. Also has a 90 driving dunk, 94 shot 3, and 94 speed and acceleration with 94 speed with the ball. He moves well with the ball. He's got great dribble sigs, can't curry because he's height, but he's still a very good card, and has a very smooth, easy to green jumper. It's not the quickest, but it's very, very smooth and easy to green. I think it's similar in level to base 75, which is what Ciac has. They're both smooth, consistent, easy to green jumpers that may not be the fastest jumpers in the world. Coming in at number 5, we have yet another very, very new card in KarlAnthony Towns, who also came out today. And Cat, I think, is just... I was surprised at how good Cat is. That's what I'll say. He's 6'11" with 7'3" wingspan. But he has a very big player build compared to, I think he has a bigger player build, a wider player build than a guy like Thon Maker. He's 55 Hall of Fame badges as well, including hot spots everywhere and Hall of Fame Showtime, flexible, hots on 100, range extender, quick for step, unpluckable. Wish he had handles for days, ankle breaker badges like that on Hall of Fame, but I don't think you need him for that as much. And every defensive badge except for off-ball pest on Hall of Fame is huge. Really good defensive stats as well. At his size, it suits him very, very well. Also has good speed, acceleration with the speed with ball. With speed with ball being decent, I would recommend putting a speed with ball show on this card if you're going to use him. But great 3-point shot and driving dunk as well. Very, very good card statistically. And the KarlAnthony Towns release, which is a release that in the past has not been that good, is a better release this year on Very Quick. It's pretty consistent and easy to green. It's not super baited and ugly either. It's not my favorite release on this list by any means, but it's a good release. And he also has the Pro 2 size up, Pro 3 behind the back, moves very, very well with and without the ball. And I feel like he gives you that big man presence that even a guy like Thon Maker doesn't feel like he gives you on the court. KarlAnthony Towns is like having a second center at power forward who can stretch the floor at a very high level and do all that. And I just like the way that he plays the power forward position in this game. Coming in at number 4 is a guy who, as y'all know, I am excessively high on. I love Danny Ferry and probably will to the end of the time. I'll probably be doing these lists in August, and I'll still have Danny Ferry as a top 10 power forward and small forward in the game because he's just that good. Maybe even top 5 still. He's 6'10" with a 7'5" wingspan, hotspots everywhere, and a massive player build. He's got a bigger player build than Thon, who's 2 inches taller than him, on paper anyway. 33 hops, including Showtime, flexible, hots on 100, range extender, bailout, downhill handles for days, quick for step and unpluckable, as well as clamps, heart crusher, receptor, intimidator, pogo stick, and rim protector. Only 6 Hall of Fame defensive badges, but they're arguably the 6 most important defensive badges in the game. I've harped on this card way more than any other card this list. I talk about him constantly in basically every single list that I've been doing for the last like 2.5 seasons or however long it's been. Exceptional shooter, great athleticism, really good defense. I added a defensive Grinch on him a long time ago, and I've never had any issues with him on the defensive end at all. He feels very, very good on that end. Great driving dunk and speed with ball as well. And jump shot 98 on Very Quick with Rudy Gay. He has the Pro 2 size up, can't curry slide, but has the Pro 2 between the legs and Pro 3 behind the back. Perfect dribble saves. One of the best, if not the best, jump shot in the game. I mean, he's amazing. Danny Ferry is an amazing card, and I really do think there's a very good chance that he'll be in my lineup truly until endgame. But there are 3 power forwards that I do believe are better than him, and one of them is Bulbal. Bulbal plays the backup power forward position for me right now, and I feel like just Bulbal he's such a stud. This card is so good. 7'2" with a 7'7" wingspan, hotspots everywhere except for one spot in the mid-range. It really isn't crucial. But looking at this card, he's missing some things. I will say that. Most of these cards are very borderline perfect. He's missing Hall of Fame Showtime. He's missing Hall of Fame Hots on Hunter. He's missing a Hall of Fame Clamps, Heart Crusher, Scepter. Badges like that would be nice to see on Hall of Fame, but he doesn't have them, and that's okay. He has Hall of Fame Ankle Breaker, Handles for Days, and unpluckable at the height of 7'2". You'll see his dribble 6 in a second. They're exceptional as well. Statistically, he's very good as well. But if you find a Bulbal with Showtime and clamps equipped, which I have found one a long time ago, and they're very easy to find because tons of people have put Showtime and clamps on Bulbal, you immediately are looking at a top 3 power forward in the game because he is that good. He is so glitchy. He moves unlike really any other card in this game, in my opinion. Off the burst, I know he has 89 speed. It's lying. It's like 109 speed at a minimum 99. He moves so fast. It's ridiculous. I'm really worried that when we get a Dark Matter Bulbal, he's going to be the best power forward in the game for the rest of the year. Not that I'm worried about that, but I just think that's going to be the reality because I think at some point we're going to get a Dark Matter and he's just going to move like he's Zeus. Like he's going to be the best card that we've seen potentially all year at that point. Like he's going to be so good. And I mean, because his stats lie. He's so good. Release is the same as Kristaps Porzingis' release. It's super chicken, easy to green, easy to get off. Great. Says dribble 6 as well with the Pro 2 size, a Pro 3 behind the back. At 7'2" with the Pro 3 behind the back, the way that he moves, it's like speed hacks. Like he's ridiculous. Bulbal is so good in this game. I love using him as well. He's so much fun. Yeah, he's an amazing card. But I don't think he's the best power forward in the game because we have 2 other guys, including Kristaps Porzingis, who is basically a better Bulbal who doesn't come with the Pro 3 behind the back. He doesn't move quite as good as Bulbal, I'll be completely honest, but 7'3" at 7'6" wingspan ain't shabby at all. He's got a huge player build, hotspots everywhere from the 349 hops, including Showtime, flexible, hot zone hunter, range extender, quick first step, and unpluckable. Definitely do want to add ankle breaker to him. I do wish he had ankle breaker and handles for days are definitely going to be 2 bad. You're going to want to add to this card, but obviously those aren't crazy expensive, easy to do at this point in the game. And also comes with a ton of amazing defensive badges. Looking at his defensive stats as well, this Kristaps is glitched defensively, and you can see it in terms of his really high interior defense and block. Great perimeter stats as well. At 7'3", he's a cheese ball on both ends of the court. 90 speed and acceleration, 89 speed of the ball, similar to Bulbal. It's kind of a lie. He moves like he has 98, 99 speed. It's 96 shot 3 as well with a 90 driving dunk. Just better stats than Bulbal all the way around. Same release, Pro 2 size up, has the Pro 1 behind the back instead of the Pro 3, which does hold him back a little bit. But the fact that he comes with all those key Hall of Fame badges that Bulbal doesn't come with base and has better stats overall puts him to that next level over Bulbal. But they're both amazing at the power forward position, and I love both of the cards a ton. But I don't really think it's a surprise at the end of the day that the #1 power forward in the game, in my opinion, is Bill Russell. And I really think that's the case on both gens. I know I make these lists for current gen because I play on current gen, but Bill Russell's the best power forward on next gen as well, arguably the best card in the game. 6'10" with a 7'4" wingspan, good player build, hotspots everywhere, and 61 hoffs. Only hoffs you could want on him would be a badge like flexible release, Deadeye. Those are really the only ones that I can see that you wanting him on him. Every key playmaking badge, every key finishing badge, every single defense badge in the game on Hall of Fame as well. 99 stats literally everywhere except for shot 3 and speed of the ball, which are both 98s. Ray Allen release on very quick is one of the best jumpers in the game. Everybody knows how good Ray Allen base is on both gens. It's super green. His release is good. So consistent. Pro 2 size, a Pro 1 behind the back. Doesn't hurt him. He's so good. He's an amazing shooter. He's got great dribble sigs. He's got the slashing. He's got the defense. He has those defensive animations. He's basically Kawhi at the big man. Like, that's kind of what I would compare Bill Russell to, in that he just has different defensive animations. He sits on defense. He blocks shots at a crazy level. He gets contests that other players don't get. He's the best. Bill Russell is amazing at the power forward position. I do think, similar to Danny Ferry, Bill Russell will likely be in my lineup until the end of the year. I think those 2 cards are the cards that I'm most confident will be in my lineup in some capacity in 2 or 3 months at the end of this game. But that is going to do it for this video. If you did enjoy, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, let me know what you thought of my list, and also make sure you hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Help us push towards the 2,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I really appreciate all the recent support. Again, if y'all didn't know, got monetized on the videos the last couple days, and I really appreciate all your support in helping me reach that goal. But it's only a start. We're going to keep grinding. I appreciate y'all more than you know. Be back with more 2K content very soon. Peace.